Welcome to Hollywood Bulletin. Today, we bring you the deeply emotional and tragic story of Dean Martin, a man who, on the surface, seemed to have it all. Charm, talent, fame, and effortless cool. But behind the iconic smile and whiskey glass, persona was a life shaped by heartbreak, personal loss, and quiet suffering. From his humble beginnings as a bullied boy in Ohio to becoming the king of cool and eventually facing unthinkable grief, this is the haunting story of Dean Martin and the woman he loved until the end. Dean Martin was born Dino Paul Crocetti in 1917 in Steubenville, Ohio, to Italian immigrant parents. He didn't learn English until he was 5, which made him the target of relentless bullying at school. Eventually, he dropped out in 10th grade and took on odd jobs, from boxing under the name Kid Crochet to dealing cards in illegal casinos. It was in one of these smoke-filled rooms that he found his true calling: singing. His velvety voice caught attention, leading to a career in nightclubs and eventually a name change to Dean Martin. His breakthrough came when he met comedian Jerry Lewis in 1946. Their improvisational comedy act launched them to stardom, making millions and earning them a place in Hollywood history. But tension grew. Dean, feeling overshadowed, walked away from the partnership in 1956. He soon found success on his own through music, film, and his variety show. He became a key figure in the Rat Pack, alongside Frank Sinatra and Sammy Davis Jr., living the high life in Las Vegas and Hollywood. Or so it seemed. If you're enjoying this story, don't forget to subscribe to Hollywood Bulletin and press the bell icon for more emotional and untold stories behind the stars. While Dean Martin was portrayed as a hard-partying entertainer, much of that was an act. His whiskey glass often held apple juice. Offstage, he was shy, quiet, and reserved. But the heaviest parts of his life came from personal relationships and devastating losses. He married 3 times and fathered 7 children. His second marriage, to Jean Bieger, lasted 24 years and was considered the love of his life. Together they raised 3 children, including Dean Paul Martin Jr. Dean Paul grew into a successful entertainer and athlete, even joining the U.S. Air Force. But in 1987, tragedy struck. Dean Paul died in a military jet crash at just 35 years old. The loss shattered Dean Martin. Friends and family say he was never the same. His bond with Sinatra weakened. He began to withdraw from public life, and the sparkle that had defined him slowly faded. Despite divorcing in the early 70s, Dean and Jean grew close again after their son's death. They were never remarried but spent much of their later years together. Jean stood by Dean as his health declined from lung cancer, a result of lifelong smoking. Dean refused treatment, choosing to live his remaining years quietly in Beverly Hills. On Christmas Day in 1995, Dean Martin passed away at age 78. Jean followed him in 2016 after battling cancer, and their son Richie passed away just months before her. Even in death, Dean's legacy was honored with reverence. Las Vegas dimmed its lights, and his funeral included a poignant moment. Rosemary Clooney, a dear friend, singing "Everybody Loves Somebody," the song most closely associated with him. His crypt carries those same lyrics, behind the image of the Pooh. Suave, fun-loving Rat Pack crooner was a man who carried a lifetime of sorrow, from the pain of his childhood to the grief of losing his son. He gave the world joy, music, and laughter, but paid a private emotional price. Dean Martin's story is a reminder that even legends can be haunted by heartbreak. Thank you for watching Hollywood Bulletin. If this story moved you, please like, comment, and subscribe. And hit the bell icon so you never miss another true and powerful story from the heart of Hollywood.